I love myself. Say it. Say I love myself.
I love myself.
And say I'm one bad bitch. Just go ahead. It's okay. Don't cry. This is say I'm one bad bitch. And that's you just say it. Say it. Come
I'm
on.
one bad bitch.
You are one bad bitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Click the link below and get your tickets to the Game Kings 2, The Definition of a Man documentary screening that's going to be held in Miami on October 26th, 2024. You'll be the first to watch the documentary, and then after the documentary, you'll be able to participate in a question and answer session with the Game Kings live. Space is limited, so click the link below and get your tickets now.
Okay, how old are you? Because we got to ask your age because you have to be 18 or older to talk to us. How old are you? Okay, can you please speak up? Can you please speak up into the mic or take it off of speaker? We cannot hear you.
No, I said I'm 36.
Okay, how can we help you?
All right. Yeah, I have a question. Not really a question, but it's something that I went through, and I just feel like I need somebody to talk to me, if that's okay.
Okay.
I know I'm not a male.
Okay, no, it's okay. You can. What's your question? What's your question? We help women too. That's what men do. We guide y'all. So what's your question?
Okay, not really a question. I just need to know. I don't know how to move forward. Don't know. I'm just so backed up mentally. I met a person. We were engaged. I supported that person through correction officer school. I was with that person when they didn't have nothing. I was that support for them. When I was pregnant at the time, and I held it down on my end. I'm not a comfortable person. I'm more like I just like to hold things in, and then just to keep the peace.
Ma'am, were you pregnant by him?
Yeah.
Were you pregnant by him?
Yes.
How long?
I was pregnant.
How long were y'all together for?
4 years.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. You were together 4 years. Now, again, nobody has to get married. It's not a thing that he has here. But why didn't he, when you got pregnant, why didn't he make you a good woman and bring that child in? I mean, he doesn't have to, but I'm just saying, that didn't dawn on you?
We were engaged.
Okay, you were engaged. Okay, yes. So then what happened?
And he was a perfect guy throughout the whole relationship. I never saw red flag. That's why even my friends and family were telling me he's a perfect guy. As soon as we moved in together, I was being verbally abused by him. He was this person I didn't know. He was nothing I do in the house was okay. I made sure the house was clean.
Cole, you're breaking up a little bit.
You're breaking up. We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now. Go ahead.
You said you got in a relationship with him. He moved in. Y'all moved in together. He started being verbally abusive, and then what happened?
Yeah, I'm from the Caribbean. I know how to cook. I know how. That's what we were told. So I clean. I cook. I never leave the house dirty.
Was this verbal abuse? Was this before the baby or after the baby? Before you got pregnant or after?
It was after we moved in.
And then he got verbally abusive with you.
Yes, he would. He called me. My face was useless. He told me I was useless. I was independent. I had a job. I had everything. I left everything to follow him. My job, my independency, myself. Let's put it that way. To follow him into really far from my family, 4 hours away. After we moved in the house, everything was fine until after I gave birth, and he became this person I didn't know. He would. I didn't know what time he goes to work. He would not tell me, and if I go buy something, he would tell me to rush home because he has to go to work. When I come home, he's not. I'm like, okay, are you going to work? He said no. I got to one point that he was controlling me so much that I didn't know myself. I was scared of him at one point. And he would tell me I was useless. It was just so to the point where I lost myself. Dealing with postpartum and our baby. I got counseling. I said, okay, maybe if I get counseling, maybe, we could I pay for the counseling. He told me he didn't need it. I spoke to his parents, and then his parents talk to him. When they talk to him, he just break up. Like when he knows I talk to them, it's like it's a whole lot of war in the house. I try to talk to him when he's mad because, maybe I didn't know what I did wrong. So he would get so mad, walk around the house. The last time we had an issue and then I had to leave the house. I left the house. I didn't have no job. I have nothing because I got to
hold on, caller. Let me ask you. So, did he propose to you before you was pregnant or after you was pregnant?
After I was pregnant, after I gave birth, he proposed to me in front of my whole family, his family.
Okay, and so did he express any interest in getting married to you before you got pregnant?
Yes, we did talk about that.
No, well, talking about is one thing. I'm talking about, did he say to you in any form or fashion, hey, I want you to be my wife, I can't wait to get married to you? No. Did he say any of those things before you got pregnant?
No.
Okay.
Yes,
so now, are you still with this guy?
No, I left with nothing. I left the house. He told me, when he talks to me, he yelling at me. Nobody would believe him because when you're outside, if you see him, he's the perfect guy. But when he's in the house, he becomes this monster in the house. Nobody would believe he's the type of person. So when the video abuse was so much, I had to record it. And then he would tell, like when I send it to his family, I'm like, I can't deal with this anymore. You guys need to talk to him. You know what he said to them? He said to them, I only recorded it when I'm not yelling at him. I'm not a yeller. And I'm not like that. I'm not printing myself as a perfect person.
So let me ask you this. So
I had to go to the hospital.
So hold on. So now what do you want to understand about this situation? Because you're no longer with him anymore.
I let myself down.
You said what?
I blame myself. I felt like I left myself down. I can't look at myself in the mirror anymore. I don't see the person I was before I met him. I lost myself so much that I don't know me.
No, well, ma'am, here's the thing. This is you. Okay, you know you, but okay. So, and the reason why this is very interesting because a lot of guys are you right now. So this is why we're talking to you because a lot of guys like you don't know the person in the mirror because you have tied your self-esteem and your self-worth into something outside of you versus tying it inside of you. And this is what we always teach the guys. So this is a lesson for the guys. Look, this would be a kind of lesson for the guys as we're talking to this young lady right here. But what I'm saying to you, ma'am, is that I understand you're driven through an emotion, but the self-worth that you're lacking is why you're beating yourself up versus realizing he did you a favor by showing you he wasn't worth your time. You have to see. The thing is, Locario, any man or anybody can't let you see what you need to see for yourself. That's what game does. We can't tell you how to think. We can only teach you how to think for yourself and realize that you tied your self-worth into somebody, but what you need to start doing is tying your self-worth back into you. And then you'll realize that everything he did was right to show you why he wasn't worth your time. Locario?
Right. And also what it sounds like is, and let me ask you this real quick. So at what point in the relationship did y'all move in together? Because you said y'all been together for 4 years. At what point did y'all move in?
I didn't hear that.
After when I was pregnant. And then we decided to have a family. What
year was that? The first year, second year, third year? What year was that?
It was it was actually at the 4th year.
At the fourth year, that's when y'all moved in together.
Yes.
And when did y'all decide to get married and for you to be the fiance? What year was that?
It was after our son got to be 6 months old. After our son turned 6.
Okay, and that was in the 4th year? And that was in the 4th year?
Yes.
Okay, and then that's when so y'all were living together. So from year 1 to 3, everything was all good. And then on the 4th year when
everything was so perfect.
Right. And then the 4th year when you got right.
Anything.
So then you hold on. So now you got pregnant. Right. So you got pregnant and then y'all moved in on the 4th year, right?
Yes.
And then that's when he started being verbally abusive, right?
And it was mostly I found him. He was cheating on me to the whole pregnancy.
Okay.
Yeah, I never checked his phone. I'm not the type of person to do that. I trusted him because
Right.
I'm not the type of person to like hide. Like I'm not confrontational. I let you be you because I trust you until you give me a reason not to trust you.
Okay. So
I
this
left
is
the phone.
right. So this is all that happened. So I'm gonna just let you know what happened. So basically, this is what most likely happened. Y'all were together for a few years. Everything was all good. You got pregnant, and then he probably felt pressure to make you his wife. You understand? Now, the fact that he was in a situation with you where he felt he was pressured to be in that situation with you, and now y'all are moved in together, he's resenting the fact that now he has to be in this situation, which is why he's taking that energy out on you. What I'm saying is for you, you don't need to internalize that. You just need to understand, hey, this didn't work out, and you move on. And like what Steve was saying, is that you have to find self-worth within yourself outside of the relationship you had with him. Because like you said, he was cheating on you. You feel what I'm saying? And on top of that, he was being verbally abusive, because what happens is that he was in a situation with you, which he didn't like being in that situation. And on top of that, he was cheating on you, which means his attention was elsewhere. So he was taking you for granted, which is why you were getting that negative energy. What I'm saying to you is don't take it personally and don't beat yourself up over it. What I'm saying is learn from the situation and just make sure that you spend time with yourself to get validation from yourself, and don't ever get into a situation with a man again where you are basically trying to get validation and everything through him specifically.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Nothing I ever done was like I cook, I clean.
But wait,
Don't-
ma'am, I understand you do those things, but okay, this is what Locario was saying to you. You're talking about the things that you do. We're talking about who you are.
Right.
Different things, okay?
I don't know anymore.
No, you do know, ma'am. You do know. It's just that you just got to go back and find her. She's never left.
Right.
You just lost her. You just along the way, the candle went out. You just need to go back and find her again. That's what we're saying to you. So I understand. Yes, you cook, and yes, you clean, and yes, those things make you a great woman, but some men or males are not going to see the greatness in you. Okay. So it's okay, but don't beat yourself up over that. What we're saying to you is that go back and find the woman you were, because here's the important thing, because we got to keep going on with the show. But listen, here's the important thing. Your child, your son or your daughter is going to need that rock.
My son.
Okay. So your son is going to need to see his mother not worrying and not sad. You got to hold your head up and be tough, okay?
Right. And also, I would say this, the last thing I'll say is you should definitely go get a therapist.
Yes.
To talk about this, but also understand the cooking and the cleaning and all those good things you did. You can do that for a man who actually loves you. The guy you was with didn't love you like that. So just when you find a new man, do that for the new man who actually loves you. But first, you got to love yourself first. So what I'm saying is go get therapy, talk this out, and work on that. And then once you work on that, then you can regroup and then have a better situation. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and remember, it's not your fault, okay? So don't beat yourself up. It's not your listen, always remember, you can do everything you can do, which you have done, right? But remember, this is why I always tell my guys, stop giving an F, because what somebody does is none of your business, because they're going to do whatever. They're either going to appreciate you for what you're doing or they're not. And he didn't appreciate you. So that doesn't make you a bad person. That's just who he is off of off of who you are. But you should never beat yourself up.
Right.
That's why I was telling we had a guy earlier, some male that is even worse than you, talking about rejection. We don't stop rejecting yourself. Be who you are. Keep cleaning, cooking, and being the person that you are. Don't ever change who you are. Because here's the beautiful thing when you give it a man. A man's never going to ask you to change anyway. So be who you are and accept that everybody is either going to take advantage of you, appreciate you, or probably do something in the middle. So you have to understand, all men are not the same. But the only thing that should be the same is how you move. And you should never don't beat yourself up. This is not on you. And what you're doing is see, what's happening is the ego, your mindset is screwing you over. Your mind is saying that, look, I'm doing all these things that are right, but yet he's not I didn't keep him, and he mistreated me, and he dogged me out. What did I do wrong? No, you don't think that way. You think that, look, I did everything right. It's his loss. And excuse my language, I'm a bad bitch. Yeah, I mean, not to be disrespectful to you. I'm a bad bitch. I've got great self-worth. I'm that motherfucker, excuse my language. And you have to understand that that's what life is going to bring you, okay? It's not your fault. And I'm not saying this to make you feel good. I'm not saying this to motivate you because, again, what Kay Zagan showed me, you should never record conversations. So I'm going to ding you on that. That's a bad thing. That's bad.
I know it was bad.
No. Okay, no. That's all you need to know. You have to explain it.
They would not believe me.
Ma'am, fuck them. You just don't do it anymore.
Right.
You stand on who you are, love and appreciate yourself, and welcome those that appreciate you for appreciating yourself. Locario, what would you like to say to her?
Yeah, just at the end of the day, like we saying, understand and love yourself and understand who you are.
Yes.
And again, I definitely suggest getting therapy because that could definitely help you out.
Okay.
So that you can remember give yourself time to heal. All this shit going in the next year or two, you know what I'm saying? You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. You'll be good.
You have dicks like hot dogs hitting you all in the face, girl. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for the call.
Hey, before we let you go, I need you to say something. Let me hear you say, I love myself. Say it. Say, I love myself.
I love myself.
And say, I'm one bad bitch. Just go ahead. It's okay. Don't cry. This is say, I'm one bad bitch. And that's, you just say it. Say it. Come on.
One bad bitch.
You are one bad bitch.
That's what I'm talking about. You're going to be good. You're going to be good. You're going to be all right.
Let those tears be tears of fuck those motherfuckers, okay, young lady? You got this, okay? All right, you're going to be okay, okay? And this is what we hear. If you ever need to talk, we got you. We'll punch you in your chest, not, physically, but we got you, okay? And say one more thing. You love yourself. Say, I love myself.
I love myself.
And you're one what?
More bad bitch.
There you go. I can take the dick off the table based upon my standard. You aren't going to get hold of this dick if you ain't being the woman I need you to be. You need to realize that you need to cook, clean. You got to understand that you're not the only woman. And if you can accept that, that's fine. That's just the beginning because you got to work hard for me because I work hard for me. So that means if you get with me, it's not going to be easy street because I need to be satisfied because it ain't no happy wife, happy life bullshit. It's happy Steve, happy Steve.
Being strong with self, understanding who you are, is the biggest defense to bitch ass weak men.
And there's no excuses for the men not to be strong. But see, there's so many forces. And then so many men are embracing weakness.
I can't stand weak men. Like I don't like to talk to them. It's hard for me to talk to these losers. I've always been a winner at the winner's table.
I believe it's a sin to impregnate a woman who can't raise a child, or impregnate a woman who's not fit to be a mother. And I think we have a responsibility in what we see today in these weak ass little feminine boys.
I can't tell another man what to do, but I can't dress feminine. I can't wear nail polish. It's just something that I can't do. Why? Because if I'm walking down the street and somebody's having trouble with a flat tire, I want them to feel that they can come to me and ask me, hey man, could you help me out with this? Because those are the type of things that a man will help out with. So I need to look like a man so they can know where to come for help.
Yeah, it is such a thing as toxic masculinity in the minds of bitch ass motherfuckers.
Talk about masculinity, assertiveness, authenticity, transparency. How can a guy who's straight up and honest with what he does be toxic?
If the media can train you to think something bad about it, you hear the word and you want to instantly have a certain reaction. You stop thinking, you start feeling. And when people learn to think and feel and not think through their feelings, that's when they can evaluate a person holistically. And they can say, is this toxic masculinity or did I just hear something I didn't like? And why did I not like it? And only let me go within myself to see why.
I don't never look at no motherfucker and say, oh, that's a toxic masculine motherfucker. I never ever had, I didn't even know, that was an invented concept from a weak motherfucker that was like, I'm just tired of this motherfucker trying to tell me what to do and bully you over me with this bullshit.
What's going to make you successful is just understanding who you are and getting your mind right and being happy with who you are. That is the thing that's going to really make you successful. Because after you get all the toys, after you get all these things going on, you've had sex with all the women you want to have sex with, you traveled all the places, you're still going to be you, and you're going to always come back to you.
Why do I do this? Why are we even doing this documentary? I want guys to be in the best position possible. There's no way that I'm raising my voice or calling you a bitch ass nigga because I'm trying to hurt your feelings. I'm calling you a bitch ass nigga because you doing bitch ass nigga shit. And if you continue doing bitch ass nigga shit, you're going to end up in bitch ass nigga situations. You get what I'm saying? So when I call you a bitch ass nigga, trust me, it's because I love you.